Hi guys, welcome back to another video, and today I will do a Neofenitia reporting, and I decided to take you along. So this one is a Neofenitia that I bought recently. I have an unboxing and I will link it down below. And I have some years of experience with Neofenitia, but not with mature ones. So I'll tell you a little bit about my history with Neofenitias, what I think about them, and I will just show you how I repotted this plant, and hopefully it's going to be a short video because Neofenitias tend to be, I think, a very easy plant to repot. Fingers crossed. If that's the type of content you'd like to see, stay here with me, hit the like button, leave a comment down below, subscribe to my channel, and let's have this video started. Let's start talking a little bit about Neofenitia. It's not going to be a super long introduction because that's not exactly a care tutorial. Neofenitia falcata is also known by the name Fura or Fura. I don't know if I pronounced it correctly. That means the winged orchid. They are found in Japan, Korea, and I think China, I'm not sure. So they became really famous because especially in Japan, they have been cultured for so many years. And let's say 400 years ago, they were mainly cultured by the samurais and very important people. So different from other orchids that you see, all these super showy flowers. This one, they have very cute tiny foliage that are like succulent leaves. And they push out these super elegant white blooms. And they are very fragrant, which is amazing. The fragrance of the Neofenitia falcata is something that I actually enjoy, although I don't enjoy every fragrance. Not only that, because only like people from high hierarchies could obtain this plant many years ago. They were associated with these rich people. That's not the case nowadays. However, the common Neofenitia falcata you can buy for an affordable price, but some of the hybrids, they are still very, very expensive. Neofenitias is not, if you decide to collect them, they are not the most affordable orchids out there. Only the most common types, but the other variety, they're still very expensive, and I have no idea why. I'm not gonna go into that. Anyway, I think they are super cute. I love the flowers. They were in bloom last year for me. And that's the reason why I decided to repurchase this one. And now let me tell you a little bit about my history with Neofenitias. As I said, I managed to bloom mine last time. It was younger than this one. So one fact about the Neofenitias, this one are bandaceous orchids and they are epiphytes as well. So they will grow on tops of tree trunks. Nowadays, I think it has been reclassified as a Vanda falcata or something like that. But Neofenitia, it's easier because people talk about it as a Neofenitia. So as a bandaceous orchid, we will need plenty of air and air circulation around the root system. The only thing that I also think it's similar to Vandas is that seedlings, they don't grow super fast. So my history with Neofenitia started many years ago before I had this channel. Someone was selling Neofenitia cakes on eBay, and I said, I'm gonna give it a go because they were very cheap, but the cakes were rootless and they were tiny, tiny cakes. They were all no ID. So I created this high humidity chamber. I put them inside like a jar, I close it to have humidity around the leaves. And I kept looking into it to see what was happening with my Neofenitia. And they start pushing out to roots. And when the roots were long enough, I pot them up. I placed them in tiny, tiny cute pots. They were all sitting around this window here behind me. And I hope you can see because I know that the sun is very strong today and I'm against the light. So they were all sitting here and they were doing super fun. I have only a few issues and I will tell you them here. The ones that I lost because of crown rot. So instead of watering from above, the same thing that I do with Phalaenopsis when we talk about them, ideally I would definitely place it in a tray and let them suck the water because they were all potted in sphagnum moss. So I could do that. It was fully moss at the time. But some of them I had issues with crown rot because of the way that I watered. So I lost, I think in the beginning, maybe one or two. But I still had others and they were growing. The larger one, that was the one that matured and pushed out flower spike last year, always did super well. And I had other two that were doing well as well. They were growing, but it takes a while. So it's at least 4 years for these plants to be completely mature. Remember, they didn't have any roots. So if you have time, go for it. I know there's no like a large one that you have to wait many years, but it's still like it requires some patience, and you will take care of that plant. Hopefully it will survive, and then will rebloom for you. It was very rewarding to see it in bloom. And why I lost it, last year I went to Brazil I'm from Brazil, so I went to visit my family for more than 3 weeks. And I couldn't water my plants, so I asked someone from my family here in the UK, from my husband's family, offer to come. Amazing, great. But especially the Neofenitias, I left to Trey and explain, but they forgot. It happened, you know. Not everybody will know how to water your plants like you do, and that's okay. I knew this could happen, and I knew they could lose some of my orchids, but the one that I lost was my Neofenitias, because they were not only soaked, but they were all being watered from above and destroyed the crown of my Neofenitias. So I lost all of them. Unfortunately, that's fine. I mean, it happens. I couldn't see what the other two were, but I know that the first one was just a Neofenitia falcata. I think the common one. I'm using common here because there are many varieties out there. Anyway, this is just another Neofenitia falcata, like the one that I had. It's much more mature than mine, so hopefully it will be able to bloom next year. I think they are seasonal plants, so they always bloom during the same season. And I think it's autumn, end of summer. I think that's when mine bloomed. I'm not sure. If I'm mistaken, I will write something here on the screen. But yeah, I will now start my repotting. I will do as I do with all my orchids. So if you know how I repot most of my plants, you already know what I'm gonna do. But otherwise, I will change the camera. I'll bring my tray, and hopefully this plant has nice roots. And I will pot maybe in a smaller pot than this one. I think this is a large pot. But let's start. The light is not exactly playing my favor today. Haha, I can see lots of shadows. I'm really sorry, but I don't have any other time of the day to film, and I need to leave 2 completely repotted plants for you today. Let's start with my Neofenitia falcata. So what I will do here, it looks like this mix is pretty new, but I will just gently squeeze the pot and let's remove the plant. I think it's going to be very easy. I was right. Yay, very easy. Look, there is a basil keiki here. And as I said, the plant's not that small. It's a cute plant. I hope you are being able to see everything. Now we just need to inspect the root system. What I will do, I don't need to remove any mix from these because as you can see, it's pretty clean. And I suspect that mix was completely new. So I will just spray some hydrogen peroxide, 3%. I'm going to be honest, I don't think this plant would have any bushes nail, but I will do just as a matter of precaution. Let it freeze a little bit, and then I will just cut the dead roots. There are some dead roots there I can see. And we will repot that. I have different pottings here, different size. I thought this one would be the cute one because it used to be in a very tiny pot like this one. But I don't think it will fit. See. Oh, it does fit, so it's going to be this one. What I will do is I will add sphagnum moss to the pot. It's going to be mostly moss here. I love to have my Neofenitias in almost full moss, especially in this tiny pot. So I have a very cute outer pot, and I think this one will enjoy it. So now let's start inspecting the root system. I just check if, look, this one is dead, and it's similar to other orchids. I can try just to remove everything that's very dry and mushy, like this and that. This as well. This is dead. Looks like they are dry, very much dry. Okay. I haven't been the best person to water my orchids recently, I must admit. But I've been working a lot, guys, so anyway, I'm not coming into that in this video. Let's finish doing that. Removing all the dead root. There's still some dead roots here. I have a feeling that this benzoyl here is probably the young self of this orchid, and the bigger part is the new part. Okay, all good. So this is my orchid. This is everything that's alive here. Let me come close to show you. Can you see my Neofenitia now? That's my plant. These are all the live roots. Such a cute plant. I love Neofenitias. So now that I've cut the root, I have sprayed hydrogen peroxide, I will pot it up. I will go with full moss this time, as I did with my last Neofenitias. They were all in full moss and worked well for me, but there is a ratio. The reason why I'm doing that, I can add like one or another bit of bark in there, but maybe just to, I don't need to compress the moss. I will just add the moss around the root. I know that they enjoy. I have these super cute pots that I use with my miniature orchids. That's how my other Neofenitia was potted as well, one of these pots. And I love these pots so much. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm glad that I can finally use them again because they are so tiny that nothing fits in there. The only thing that you have to be patient and be careful is that Neofenitias like Phalaenopsis, Vandaceous, right? But like Phalaenopsis, they have a central axis, a central crown, and stem. So we need to be careful not to pot the stem down the pot, and then after that you might crown rot or stem rot your Neofenitia. That's what happened to mine. So I'll try to make sure that it's sitting a little bit up on the pot. I prefer to have it a little bit up, then all down the pot, and then suddenly I have some infection and I lose my Neofenitia. So that's what I'm gonna do. Finish that. I would add some slow release fertilizer because it does help my plants. I add exactly 3 beads. And that's it, because it's very tiny. I don't think you will need more than that. And there we go. I just add a last layer of bark. This moss is very dry, so I will need to water my tiny plant after I finish this repotting, and then the moss will find its place inside the pot. And hopefully, in no time, this plant will be growing all over the place, completely out of my pot, and I'll have other cakes as well. So there we go. What I'm gonna do now, I will just water it, place it in its outer pot, and I'll come to conclude this video. Here I am back with my Neofenitia. I don't know if you can see me properly or not, but the focus is on this beauty. I've just added to this cute tiny pot. I'm gonna talk like a child because I love it so much. And I also dried very well in between the leaves because there was some hydrogen peroxide that got into the leaves and also some water. So my advice for you, if you have one of these orchids, is to always water it after you water or after some water is dropped among the leaves to dry it out, because like Phalaenopsis, it can easily have stem rot. And more than that, I forgot to say, although people say that these plants, they can be grown in, let's say, more like intermediate instead of highlight, I offer it highlight to my plants. I live in London, but it's always sitting in the brightest spot here near my windowsills, and my Neofenitias have always been doing super well with that. So that's exactly the same spot where I will place it, because each minute to bloom for me. So if I did it right in the first instance, I'll try the same thing again. And that's it. That was everything that I wanted to talk to you about this plant today. In the future, if I have more blooms, if I have different Neofenitias, I can do a proper care tutorial. But for now, that was everything. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button, leave a comment down below. Let me know if you love Neofenitias and if you like this type of orchids. And I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.